Hi guys, Samantha here and welcome back to my channel and round two for What's Your Inzoi Story. And I wanted to take a look at fixing up our Dowon to be its optimal, most best city ever, because part of my challenge for round two was to do a utopian Dowon, which basically was what my ideal city looked like. And ideally, I love how Dowon looks, but there's like a couple things that I'd like to tweak that make me just appreciate it that much more. So one way you can tweak your settings for your city is by going to the map. So we can see right here, we're on the Dowon map right here. We can see all of our houses and all of our families. Then when you go over to city appearance, you can play around with the different features of the city. So we have our city theme. For weather, you can change whether you want it to be sunny, cloudy, rainy, or snowy. And depending upon like what you pick, it'll actually change in the game. I think that's so cool. I like it sunny, so we're just going to keep it sunny. For billboards, which I was so excited about when I first experienced this, you can add your own billboards. So you can put a picture if you like, or you could also do a video, which I think is really cool. I actually added some videos during a Twitch stream, and Beyonce is my absolute favorite. So I had Beyonce playing in the background. We had her Pepsi commercial. We had her, I think this is the Levi's pool hall commercial. And then we had her Levi's, I think this is the laundromat one. So ideally, if I'm walking down the streets of Dowon, I want to see Beyonce in the background. So we're going to leave it with Beyonce. And then we can change the trees. Now, what I think is really nice about changing the trees is you could change them to anything you want. And not only can you change them to anything you want as far as tree goes, you can also change the color of the trees from the leaves to the trunk. So you can pretty much customize it however you want. Personally, in its springtime, my favorite thing is probably going to be the cherry blossoms. So we're going to put those down and look how absolutely beautiful they look. Love me some cherry blossoms, y'all. To me, this will be the ideal city. Look at Beyonce in the background. Okay, you can't tell me. It doesn't get any better than that. So then for grass, I like these options as well. You could do the same thing. We could put some hydrangeas, but my favorite flower of all time would be a sunflower. So I would love to do sunflowers. And if you wanted to tweak the flowers, you could. I like sunflowers exactly how they are. So we're just going to leave it like that. And then for decorations, which I think is really cute, we can add like decorations into the city. You could put cats, you could put pandas. If you want to put a large earth balloon, you could just put these up high like this and have it where they're everywhere, or you could put them moderately down. You could pick up to, I think, 3 things. Yeah, you could pick up to 3 decorations. So if you wanted to put a sun, a moon balloon, Mercury, this would really come in handy if you're doing like a special event in your town and you wanted to say, oh, it's Earth Day, and you put the earth on there. I probably won't use this, but I do like the cats and the pandas, but I particularly like probably the pandas more. So I'll probably just stay with that. I would love to see them give us the option to add our own 3D stuff, because that would make it even better. Because then if it's like Valentine's Day, maybe you put big old hearts in the area. I don't know, if it's Christmas, then you maybe could put Christmas decorations down. So if they give us the ability to do that, I think that'll be really cool. Next we got animals. So for my ideal utopian Dowon, full with cherry blossoms and sunflowers, I think I'd like cats to be roaming around. I think I'd probably also like dogs to roam around, and we can pick 3. So you could also do pandas, you can do deer, you could do raccoons, you could do squirrels, foxes, or alligators. Imagine you're doing like some I don't even know, like some post-apocalyptic type world, and everything is like barren and swampy, and you got crocodiles and like maybe foxes and raccoons. I don't even know, but I'll probably just do cats and dogs, because I don't know, I can't see pandas just roaming freely in Dowon, but maybe raccoons, because raccoons are kind of more of a city animal. And again, if we could add animals to this, that'd be so cool, because maybe we want rats, you know, depending upon the area. Maybe we'd want, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe something else. I can't think of nothing else right now, but I'm going to put it up to probably about this point right here. I think that's good, because we want animals, but we want them to be controlled. We don't want a lot of homeless animals. That'd be kind of sad, honestly. Okay, and then for special effects, we can put fireworks in the sky, we could put drones, we could put red lamps, fireworks, and then butterflies, sorry, and then fireflies. So I do like butterflies, so I'm going to do butterflies, and then maybe at nighttime we could do fireflies, I don't think I want to do drones, but if you are doing like, again, a post-apocalyptic type thing, maybe drones are flying around in the sky and it could possibly, I don't know, like be spying on people or something like that. Anyway, for me though, I'd probably do butterflies and fireflies. But the only thing is, I kind of want butterflies. Look how pretty this is though. I kind of want butterflies during the day. So can we see the butterflies during the day? Oh, there goes some over there. Maybe if I make them high. I see a couple right there. I'm just going to put them down lower like here, and then I'll just put the fireflies. Maybe they'll pop up only at nighttime. I think that'll be really cool. And then for the adjusting environment, we can play around with it where if you wanted to make it look run down or you want to make it look clean. For me, a utopian Dowon would be like a clean Dowon. So we'll make sure that everything stays clean. But again, I love the fact that you can play around with it to make it the environment that you want to make it. So really nice. And for the last little bit for what I would want for my utopian Dowon is probably under managed city. Here we can control the city status. You could play around with the relationships. You could play around with the crime level, the city sanitation, fire prevention, safety, health level, things of that nature. I feel like for me, I would want a more maximum population, probably lesser cars. I feel like a city like Dowon would probably rely more on public transportation. So maybe people will be taking subways or just walking, or if there's a biking option. I like the dreams, so maybe we'd put it a little high. We would want the health level to be healthy. If it affects the likelihood of diseases, I feel like we have to put it lowest because we want it to not have hardly any diseases or any sicknesses. And for city safety, it says affects the probability of Zoids engaging in violent acts. I want to put that as low as well because I feel like high would mean that it would be a high probability of them being violent. I'm assuming so. But you can play around with these and do what you see fit. I feel like most of the time I'd probably keep things in the medium range just because, you know, realistically things are going to happen. So you could always play around with that as well. Now here we are, guys, walking around in our utopian Dowon, and as you guys can see, there's like sunflowers back there in the back. I did notice with the cherry blossoms, they don't come out till maybe like a couple days after you start playing, because I did do it on another save file. But look at the fireflies, it's quite a bit, and you guys can check out the sunflowers and stuff. And there is our Beyonce playing in the background, and the sun is shining. I did see a random dog sitting over here somewhere. I think that's him right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So this would be what I considered my utopian Dowon. I was not expecting the fireflies to come out right now, but once it starts sprouting the spring, the beautiful cherry blossoms, I think it will just set it off even that much more. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment box down below. Just a quickie little showcase of what you can do for managing your city and just changing things up a bit. Let me know what you would do for your utopian Dowon, and if you like some of the changes that I made. Y'all, the fireflies are crazy. I was looking for the butterflies, I don't even see any, so I don't even know. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.